During the Hackdays, I worked with another colleague called Philip. He's not here today, and I worked with Nico, who's here. He's the guy here who did the last commit, who also pushed like 20 commits in 2 days recently. So I'll give some context about what we did first. If you've been modeling for some time now, you would know that in order to get it right, you probably have to iterate through a model several times. Why? Because sometimes you just make some silly mistakes, sometimes you just make something not readable or overcomplicated. And the problem is that to get the feedback, it takes some time. Like, it takes some time to the time to deploy it to the engine and get feedback from there, or get the time to actually for somebody else to notice your mistakes. But what if there was a way to actually check whether you made mistakes in real time while you're modeling? What if we could come up with something that works just like a syntax highlighter when you code on an IDE, and it tells you right while you're modeling where are your mistakes? That's exactly why we created BPMN lint. It's basically a tool that, first of all, tells you while you're modeling about certain mistakes based on some rules. Enough explaining, let's jump into the demo. Okay, so I have here like a simple workflow process. So it's just like for processing orders. I receive an order, I process the order, and then here in parallel, I organize the shipment and package the goods, and then it's shipped. Let's see if I run my linter, what this will tell me. So it already highlights some problems here. It says that I have 3 errors and 1 warning. Let's see what they are and how we can fix them. So I come here, it says there is a missing label. So let's add the label here. Order received. Great, now I have 2 errors only and 1 warning. Let's come here, it says must not split implicitly. So here it's telling me that I'm using an implicit parallel gateway, which I'm not supposed to do. So I'm just gonna remove it and fix it. So I'll grab a gateway here. I'll make sure it's a parallel one, and I'll connect it. Great, now I'm only left with 1 error and 1 warning. Great, I'm close. So it says that it's missing a label name here. So I'm gonna add a label here. So let's say order shipped. Great, there's just 1 warning left. You can either ignore it, that's how developers work usually, or you can just consider it and try to fix it. So let's see, let's see what the warning tells us. The warning says does not join. Okay, so it's about, again, the implicit here joining. So I'll try to fix it, and I'll add a gateway. Here you go. And then I'll connect it. And great. So I managed to fix my errors, and I got great feedback while modeling. So that's good. We can already see some errors and fix them and in real time and get feedback about that. But we didn't really solve everything here. Actually, so maybe for me, this implicit parallel gateway, so if we go back to the beginning, there was a problem here because of this implicit parallel gateway. For me, maybe it's a problem, but maybe for you, for some other organization, it's not a problem at all, and we really just don't care about that. So there should be a way for me to just turn off this rule. To do so, let's just look at the config we have in this linter. So I don't know if you can see that. I'm just going to zoom in a bit. Okay, so the config is just 3 files here. It's basically extending some built-in recommended set of rules called BPMN lint recommended, and another set of rules by Camunda. It's a plugin that we added. And what I can do is, I can just say, I just want to turn off one of the rules, which is the non-implicit thing, no implicit split, and I say off, which should basically turn it off. So when I come back here, it's not reporting anything about that, because I just don't care about it. One other thing, maybe I'm not really annoyed by missing labels, and I think of it more like a warning. So what I can do is, I can override this rule actually. So I can just come here, and I can add this line, which is label required, and report it as a warning and not as an error anymore. So when I come here, everything is just a warning and not an error. So that's good. That's already a step toward making it very extensible. But that's not it. Because sometimes the set of rules we provide are not enough. Maybe there are some rules that you really care about in your organization or you care about individually while modeling, and you would want to have these rules report to you violations while you're modeling. So you can actually create, just like the plugin of Camunda here, you can create a plugin of rules for anything. You can. So I did something really quick. I created something that reports to me whenever I don't have an emoji in my labels. So I come here. It's telling me needs to have an emoji. If I just put a normal label, it doesn't fix it. So what I can do is just put some random emoji like fire, and then it fixes it. It's the same here. I'm running out of time, so I'm not going to do it for the rest, but that's pretty much it. You can check out the project on our website, on the GitHub repo, bpml lint, and there's even a CLI tool. So thanks. That's it.